Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Formula for Success and Wealth, where I share practical tips to help you build wealth and live smarter. I'm thrilled you're here with me today. Let me start with a question that could change the way you think about your finances forever. Why is it that by the end of every month, you're scraping by, wondering where all your money went? Why do you see others around you buying new cars, taking dream vacations, or just living comfortably while you're stuck stressing over basic bills? The answer isn't about your job, the state of the economy, or bad luck. It's hidden in 20 sneaky habits that are quietly bleeding your bank account dry every single day. Habits you might not even realize you have. If you're ready to uncover these invisible money traps and learn how to eliminate them for good, hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications. What I'm about to share in the next few minutes could be the difference between staying broke or finally achieving financial freedom in 2025. I promise you this, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of exactly where your money is slipping away, and more importantly, you'll know how to stop the leaks. This isn't just another vague tip, it's a real, actionable shift based on the everyday behaviors I see wrecking people's finances. Grab a notebook and a pen, because we're going to dive deep and figure out how many of these 20 toxic money habits are holding you back. And in the comments, I want you to be bold and honest. Tell me how many you recognize in your own life. Let's uncover what's standing between you and your dreams. Have you ever wondered why, month after month, there's nothing left in your account, while friends or neighbors seem to be thriving, buying new gadgets, traveling, or just enjoying life? The reason might be that without even noticing, you're stuck in one or more of these 20 common daily habits that keep you broke. Today, I'm going to reveal them all. Take notes as I walk through each one, marking down which ones hit home for you. Then drop a comment with your count. I'm curious to know. If you're dreaming of a life where money isn't a constant worry, where you can achieve your goals and live on your terms, subscribe right now. By joining this community, you'll make sure you never lose money again due to a lack of knowledge or mistakes you didn't even know you were making. So, with your notebook ready, let's expose what's eating away at your savings. My team and I will do this exercise too, and at the end, we'll share how many of these habits we've spotted in ourselves. Deal? Awesome. Let's dive in. Habit 1. Heading to the grocery store without a shopping list. Let me tell you why this is a problem. When I don't have a list, I end up buying stuff I already have in my pantry while forgetting the things I actually need. The result? I overspend on duplicates, tying up my money in stuff sitting on my shelf, and then I have to run to the overpriced corner store for the essentials I missed. That's money down the drain, and it's a habit that keeps me from building wealth. Habit 2. Relying solely on my credit card to track my spending. I used to think, oh, it's all on my card statement, I've got it under control. But here's the thing. It's on the statement, not in my head. Without a clear mental picture of my finances, how can I make smart choices? Like deciding if I can afford a new phone, plan a weekend getaway, or throw a big birthday bash for my kid. Not knowing my numbers means I'm flying blind, making decisions without realizing how much I've already spent, or what I can still afford. As my grandma used to say, out of sight, out of mind. That's a dangerous way to handle money. Habit 3. Not asking people to pay me back when they owe me money. I've been there, feeling awkward or embarrassed to bring it up. But the real shame should be on the person who borrowed and acts like it's no big deal. If I'm too shy to ask in person, I'll send a quick text. Hey, hope you're doing well. Just a reminder about the second payment for that loan we agreed on. Could you send it by Friday? Thanks and have a great week. Simple, right? So don't hesitate. Ask for what's yours. Habit 4. Lending money again to someone who's already burned me before. This one's tough, isn't it? If someone didn't pay me back the first time, why would I think they'll do it now? The odds are not in my favor. If I feel uneasy saying no, I've learned a trick. I give that money a specific purpose. I imagine it as the cash for my holiday trip, a down payment on a new car, a spa day I've been craving, or just a boost to my savings. When I've already mentally allocated that money to my own financial goals, saying no isn't about rejecting the person. It's about saying yes to my bigger vision of financial security. Habit 5. Buying things on sale just because they're cheap, even if I don't need them. I've fallen into this trap, grabbing a discounted sweater I don't even like, thinking, hey, it's a steal, maybe I'll use it someday. But that bargain often turns into a waste when it sits unused in my closet. That money could have gone towards something I truly wanted, something that fits my style. Sales are often more profitable for the store than for me, the buyer, when I end up with stuff I didn't really want. Habit 6. Hitting the mall or supermarket right after payday. That rush of seeing a full bank account after payday can be deceiving. I felt like a millionaire for a day, tempted to splurge. But the next morning, reality hits. I've blown cash on unnecessary things, ignoring upcoming bills or past purchases I'm still paying off. I've learned to be real with myself. Shopping on payday is a risky move for my budget. Habit 7. Not negotiating for better prices. I've come to see negotiating as a critical skill. There's a difference between begging for a discount and strategically working out a deal. When I get a quote, I ask, what kind of discount can I get based on how I pay? This opens the door to options like paying in full up front, using a credit card, or even trading something as part of the deal. I might also ask if adding or removing an item changes the price. Negotiating is a golden rule I live by now. I see myself as a savvy deal maker in every transaction. If I want to grow my wealth, I've got to negotiate smartly. Habit 8. Venting about money struggles to people who can't help. I used to complain to friends, saying things like, man, things are so tight right now, or my credit card bill is through the roof, only to hear, same here. That just creates a pity party with no solutions. I've stopped sharing my financial woes with folks who are in the same boat. It only makes me feel like everyone's struggling, which isn't true. Plenty of people are out there thriving, investing, and building their dreams. That's why I'm here, to break free from broke patterns and create my own path to prosperity. Habit 9. Spending too much time on negative news or tragedy-focused shows. I used to get sucked into watching endless reports about crime, accidents, or heartbreaking stories. While those events are sad, spending hours on them doesn't improve my life or solve anything. It just drains my energy and outlook. I've started asking myself, what's the point of focusing on this? And redirect my time to something uplifting or productive instead. Habit 10. Wasting time on meaningless group chats or entertainment. I've caught myself scrolling through group texts full of memes or jokes, treating life like it's just for laughs. When I fill my mind with trivial stuff, I'm missing out on learning things that could help me financially, like the tips I share here. I've decided to cut out the nonsense and focus my energy on what moves me closer to my goals. Habit 11. Delaying purchases until my credit card resets. I've been guilty of thinking, I'll buy this once my card cycles over. But if I don't have the cash now and I'm waiting for the card to clear, I'm basically buying with money I don't have. That mindset is a trap. Instead, I'm working on organizing my finances, understanding what I can truly afford, and timing my purchases responsibly. I've stopped treating my credit card like an extension of my paycheck to avoid piling up debt. Habit 12. Not planning my meals ahead of time. I've noticed that when hunger hits and I haven't planned, I end up ordering takeout through an app. It's crazy how often I've skipped preparing breakfast, lunch, or dinner because I didn't think ahead. Without a routine of grocery shopping and cooking, my money just vanishes on delivery fees. I had a coaching client who realized she spent enough on food apps in 6 months to buy a new laptop. Simple meal planning can save a surprising amount. Hey team, don't you guys do this every weekend? Look at the hole it's putting in your budget. Habit 13. Treating my overdraft limit like part of my income. I've made the mistake of blurring the line between my actual paycheck and my bank's overdraft allowance. I've even caught myself saying I make a certain amount, only to realize part of it was just borrowed credit. That's a dangerous mix-up. Overdraft fees have some of the highest interest rates out there, and relying on them is a fast track to staying broke. I'm working hard to get out of that cycle. Habit 14, using my business to fix family problems. I've seen the damage of hiring unqualified relatives just to help them out, like a cousin who's not cut out for the job or a sibling who's struggling emotionally. My business isn't a charity, it's meant to make a profit. Family issues need other solutions, like paying for counseling or finding community support, not risking the health of my company. Habit 15, chasing instant gratification. I've struggled with wanting everything right now without thinking long term. Let me share a quick story to show what I mean. Habit 16, not stepping back before making emotional purchases. Just the other day, I was shopping for winter gear for a ski trip next year with my kids. They've outgrown their old stuff, so I was picking out jackets and gloves at a store. Then I spotted these amazing snow boots. They looked great, felt comfy, and I was tempted, even though I already have a perfectly good pair. But I reminded myself, I live in Texas, where snow isn't exactly a daily thing. I'd wear them maybe once a year. So I walked away, went home and put on my current boots. For a moment I kept picturing the new ones, but by the next day, that urge faded. I'm sticking with what I've got. To recap, habit 15 is craving quick rewards. Habit 16 is not taking a breather to think before buying on impulse. I've learned to step away from the store and make sure my decisions aren't driven by fleeting emotions. Habit 17, relying only on hope or prayer without taking action. I respect faith deeply, but I've realized there's a difference between what's up to a higher power and what's on me to handle. If I'm hoping for a job but don't apply, polish my resume, or improve my interview skills, nothing's going to happen. Same with praying to clear debt. If I don't sit down, budget, list my debts, or learn money management, like from content like this, hope alone won't cut it. Action is key. Habit 18, not appreciating what I already have. I've worked hard for things, only to start comparing myself to others and lose sight of my own wins. I remember when I bought my first house in a growing neighborhood near Atlanta. I was so proud of it. But over time, as others built fancier homes around me, I started eyeing their upgrades and felt my place wasn't as special anymore. That's a weird trap. I'm learning to value what's mine while still being happy for others, without letting it turn into envy. True contentment comes from cherishing my own achievements. Habit 19, keeping money idle in a savings account or at home. I'll give credit where it's due. Saving is a great start, and I'm proud when I manage to set money aside, but I've learned that's not enough. If I'm stashing cash at home or in a basic savings account out of fear or lack of know-how, I'm missing out on growing it. That's why I'm here, to learn how to make my money work harder, because a regular savings account often earns next to nothing. Habit 20, living someone else's dreams instead of my own. This one's sneaky and hits hard. I once had a mentoring student who was stressed about taking out a loan for her toddler's first birthday party. I asked if throwing a huge bash was that important to her. She admitted it wasn't. She wouldn't even do it. But her in-laws and parents were pushing for it. I had to stop her and say, "Hold on, you're going into debt for someone else's vision." She nodded and I told her that's a mistake. I've learned to watch out. Sometimes my money is being spent on other people's wishes, not mine. No amount of cash can bring fulfillment if it's not aligned with what I truly want. So, how many of these 20 habits did you spot in your own life? Be real with me in the comments. Honesty is the first step to real change. Here's something I need you to understand. Each of these habits might seem small, almost trivial in the moment, but that's exactly why they're so dangerous. These tiny leaks add up to a massive hole in your budget. Here's the good news. Now you're aware, and awareness is everything. You're no longer just a victim of your own money mistakes. You're the one shaping your future. But I've got to warn you, knowing this stuff without doing anything about it is just a way to pass the time. If you're serious about breaking the cycle of never enough money, if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, if you're ready to build an emergency fund that gives you peace of mind, you need a practical, proven plan. For less than what you'd spend on takeout in a month, you get access to a full system that's already changed thousands of lives. It's the hands-on solution you've been searching for to escape the money crunch. But here's the catch. Don't wait for the perfect time to act. The perfect time is right now. Every day you put this off is another day spent in financial anxiety. I know you felt that weight. If this video has opened your eyes, if you finally see why your money keeps disappearing, then do this. Like this video. It lets me know this was helpful to you. Share it. You might just save someone you care about from financial struggle. Comment with how many habits you recognized. Your honesty could motivate others. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any wealth-building strategies. And if you're ready to take the next concrete step toward financial independence, check out the link to the Miles Mastery course in the description. Remember, where you are financially today isn't your final destination. It's just where you're starting from. What you do with the insights you've gained right now will decide whether 2025 is another year of struggle or the year you turn it all around. The decision is yours. The time is now. Your financial freedom is waiting. I believe in you. See you in the next video, and maybe even in the next success story.